Hello, everybody. I'm back. Um, took a little bit of a break there. Um, and by that I mean I sort of just abruptly stopped streaming. It's because nobody was really watching, and um, I wanted to just play the games with people. Um, and I couldn't stream and play it at the same time. I went live again for like 2 seconds, so and it still wasn't working. So anyways, we're back to just doing React. For now, that might be all we can do. I don't know. My computer, for some reason, I mean, not for some reason, it's getting older. In the past few months, has started to like get worse and worse at running games. So, um, I don't currently have the money to buy a new computer, but I'll look into that. In any case, we just got some videos here, and from there, I have no idea what we'll do. Who knows? I may just get bored and end stream, but we'll see. So this first video is from Voice Critical. Dating a guru courses
Over
are
the years,
sad.
I've made a lot of content making fun of pickup artists as well as gurus who sell pickup artist books on, how to get dates, how to be the most irresistible man on the planet, how to become an Adonis with 3 simple steps. And the steps are usually like be more attractive, do 5 push ups, and then buy my next book. Like, basically, the entire guru community boils down to getting a bunch of gullible people to start subscribing to a reoccurring service that offers the most basic information that you already have access to for free. And it's a very lucrative scam. And today I'd like to show you a gentleman who calls himself an international playboy and one of the masters of seduction. So, he's like a chess grandmaster, but of pussy. He's just truly a
Wow.
chosen Jedi here, honestly, when it comes to getting laid. And I believe him. He's very suave. I imagine he has kissed every single girl on this planet over the age of 18. Your wife? She's probably made out with this guy. I'm just gonna break it to you. I'm gonna rip the band aid off and let you know the truth. But not only can he have sex with any woman that his eyes happen to glance upon, he is so nice and such a saint that he is giving us the secrets for a low price with the course that he's selling. And we even get a little sneak peek of some of the content that he's offering from his YouTube channel. And now I just want to be honest, he's of course not the biggest alpha male in the world, but it doesn't matter because from what I can tell, it's still extremely successful for him and he's made a good bit of money off of it because that's just kind of the nature of the scam. You don't have to be super big or have a huge online presence to make a good living just selling these kind of courses that prey on desperate people. So I just want to show you a little bit of this because it's pretty wacky. How to get 5 dates in one day.
Easy. Wow.
This picture makes him look like Tom Brady's failed clone. Alright, how do I get 5 dates in one day, God
I
damn it.
want to know.
Major dating apps, not just one or the other. So I use
Smart.
Tinder,
Cast a wide
Bumble.
net.
When you missay something, it's annoying. Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, and the fourth one, which you probably haven't heard of,
Omegle.
Facebook dating. Facebook dating might.
What?
I don't know who here's using Facebook dating, I'm just gonna say it. If you are so down bad you're going to Facebook dating, you need to take a hard look in the mirror and start reevaluating some choices. That sounds like a sting operation.
How good the response rate on that app is, and there
Because
are
they're all
also quite a
bots.
few cute girls. So those are the
I
four
don't know
apps
about
I
that.
use.
It's all bots.
And then on Tinder, Bumble,
Facebook dating.
and Hinge, I bought boosts. So you can buy 2 boosts on Tinder for
Pay to
about
win?
$10,
Okay.
2 on Bumble for like. And I look at their profile quickly, and if there's some interesting thing to comment on, there was one girl who mentioned attachment theory. I happen to have a degree in psychology, so I was able to make a comment about attachment theory and how that she really got me going by.
Let me take a peek here. Alright, so this guy, he's got the galaxy brain to pussy. He's got a degree in wooing women.
The second message is, I think you might be exactly my type. And then they'll say, what is your type? Or something along those lines. And then I have a third
I mean, they're not
message,
NPCs.
which
I don't
is
think they're all
why
gonna
she
say
is
that.
my type. And then if she responds positively to that, I just go for the.
I've always been the dominant one. Cool.
What?
Love to be dominated. Yeah, he's in. That looked AI generated.
Wait. That's not
But
him.
he almost looks cell shaded.
That is a different person. You can't convince me that's not a different person. What?
Also, what service is this? An
Smart,
algorithm
trustworthy,
to grade you
attractive.
on smart, trustworthy, and attractive based on one picture?
Been there, brother.
Interesting.
It's that easy.
Getting. That's why I include on my online course, The Spark, a complete guide to getting high quality pictures on dating apps, because most guys don't realize.
It's, even at his size, so he's not what you'd consider a tier 1 alpha guru. Even at his size, he is still peddling paid services for shit that people just have access to for free. You need someone to say your pictures suck? Post them on Reddit or Twitter. Instead of paying money for the fucking books, courses, online guru content. It's always so wild. But I can't even be mad at this guy for it. It is just a ripe landscape for scamming. It truly is. People just love to throw money at someone they perceive to be an expert on a problem that they're doing the bare minimum to solve in the first place, like not getting dates.
No.
Like, I guarantee, this is all very generic advice. It's not even bad advice, to be fair. But I guarantee no one that's buying his course is even going to bother implementing it. Like, they throw money at the problem and think that's going to magically solve it with no effort on their own part. Or they'll try it once, it doesn't work, and they quit, but they still keep paying for the content. It's so awful. Ugh.
On the apps, make sure to click the link below. And I want to clarify that if I wanted to, I could have got a lot more than 5 dates. I only messaged probably about a third of my matches. So I could have taken this even further.
There would be no women left in Las Vegas if this guy didn't put that kind of stipulation on it. Like, if he was just left to run wild, there would actually be no pussy left for anyone. So, thank God he took it easy on the rest of us.
Alright, well that's that. I think, I do think this sort of genre of videos is interesting, because I can't see myself in an unironic way sitting down and watching one of these videos, because I feel like it's not really gonna help me accomplish anything. I don't know.
Thanks to Skillshare for supporting this episode of SciShow.
How ovens help you discover quantum mechanics.
I've lost count of how many times I have said this in SciShow videos over the years, but quantum mechanics is weird. There are particles that are waves, things in multiple places at once, cats that can only decide whether they're alive or dead when you look at them. Quantum physics is so weird that you'd think it was discovered because of some super complicated behavior of individual atoms or electrons or something, maybe involving a particle accelerator or two, but it was actually invented to explain ovens. Physicists were trying to figure out why hot things glow and glow differently at different temperatures, like why a blacksmith's iron glows red or why the base of a candle flame is blue. It turned out that the best tool for studying those questions was an oven with a hole in it. And when physicists started to work out the equations, their theories matched the oven measurements so badly that people started calling it the ultraviolet catastrophe. Basically, ovens broke physics. The scientist who eventually solved the problem thought his own solution was just a mathematical gimmick. Only years later did people realize he'd stumbled onto quantum mechanics. The story begins in the mid-19th century. Scientists already knew that when you heat up an object, it gives off electromagnetic radiation, energy in the form of visible light, radio, ultraviolet, or other types of radiation on the electromagnetic spectrum. The challenge was figuring out how much and at which colors and wavelengths. They had already observed that hotter objects glow bluer than colder objects. In other words, they emit shorter wavelength radiation. But no one had captured that relationship with equations yet. Of course, the exact intensity and mix of the wavelengths you'll see depends on what's being heated. A molten glass rod will emit light, but at the same time, some incoming light will pass through it or be reflected. And if you twist that rod, even some of the radiation it's emitting might get reflected or scattered off other parts of the glass. But physicists like to simplify. They think first about idealized examples before they extrapolate to all the messy complications of the real world. Assume a spherical cow in a vacuum, stuff like that. So in 1860, a German physicist named Gustav Kirchhoff came up with the spherical cow of radiation, the simplest possible case. He imagined an object where the only light coming from it is the light emitted because of its temperature. In other words, it's a perfect emitter. No incoming light is transmitted or reflected, it's all absorbed and converted into heat, and the heat within the object is translated back into radiation that's emitted. Kirchhoff called this imaginary object a black body, since it doesn't reflect or transmit any light. Ironically, black bodies are terrible at being black. They're only black at absolute zero. The whole point is that when they're heated, they glow. Anyway, Kirchhoff laid down a challenge to physicists: measure and explain how the radiation given off by a black body, or black body radiation, varies by wavelength and temperature. Over the next few decades, the scientific community assembled a few key facts. 1. Heat causes the particles that make up matter to vibrate or oscillate back and forth. 2. Matter contains lots of positive and negative electrical charges. And 3. When you vibrate electrical charges, they give off electromagnetic radiation. So it was a reasonable guess that the reason hot things glow is that the charges inside give off radiation as they vibrate from the heat. That hypothesis led to some real breakthroughs in the 1890s, but also some big head scratchers. The first breakthrough came in 1896 from another German physicist, Wilhelm Wien, who made an assumption that was highly controversial. He suggested the particles doing the bouncing were, wait for it, molecules. Molecular theory wasn't fully accepted yet, so this was a bit of a leap, but by applying the laws of thermodynamics, Wien came up with a plausible equation for how much radiation at each wavelength should be given off by a bunch of hot molecules bouncing around. For any given temperature, as the wavelength decreases and the frequency increases, there's a quick rise in the amount of radiation for that wavelength, then a gradual drop-off. It matched all of the empirical data, most of which, incidentally, had also been generated by German scientists.
I'm not
Everybody in
retaining
this
any of this information. I don't, I don't even know what we're watching. We'll slowly move on.
This is your bicycle, but it won't be for much longer, because it's
course.
about to be stolen. But how, you think? I locked it using only the most secure bike locks money can buy. You have already answered your own question. Gone are the days of bolt cutters, detached front wheels, and lock pickers. Those are antiquated bike theft technologies that are relics of a past era. On the streets, you won't hear bike thieves saying click out of 1, click out of 2, 3 is binding, nothing on 4. Instead, you will see that bike thieves are using the latest developments in electronic warfare to detect, identify, locate, and intercept your bicycle. Today, we will show you how to protect your bicycle from theft by using the latest electronic countermeasure systems to reduce the effectiveness of and repel attempts by bike thieves to intercept your bicycle. In recent years, bike thieves have begun to research and understand the principles of stealth technology, and have therefore developed methods such as reduction of their radar cross-sections and electronic countermeasures to avoid detection by conventional methods. With such sophisticated technologies, bike thieves are able to steal your bicycle undetected. We will counter this threat by mounting a long-range tracking radar to preemptively detect any bike thieves that may approach your bicycle, allowing you to respond accordingly to any threats of theft. The tracking radar will measure the target's range, altitude, and azimuth, allowing you to effectively locate and predict the bike thief's next move and intercept any attempts to steal your bicycle. Our bicycle is now capable of long-range surveillance and detection of bike thieves. However, this is not enough. In the case of nighttime operations, during which most bike thefts are executed, vision is severely limited, making your ill-equipped bicycle an easy and vulnerable target. The advanced research and development programs of bike thieves have already devised solutions to this, leaving your bicycle an outdated relic of the past. We will solve this problem by mounting optical equipment carrying an optoelectronic night vision device and infrared illuminator headlamp, allowing for the detection and interception of bike thieves that may normally be hidden by weather and time conditions. Now you have turned night into day, allowing you to wreak havoc on any scum who dares venture near your prized two-wheeled possession. We can now effectively detect, locate, and counter bike thieves before they strike. However, do not fall for the illusion of safety given by the mere capability of sight. As bike theft technology advances, we must accordingly adapt and overcome. For example, many people find themselves the victim of anti-tank guided missiles shot at their bicycle. To counter this threat, we can mount the STRA-1 electro-optical passive countermeasure system to defend against such guided projectiles. The system interferes with the laser rangefinders of oncoming anti-tank guided missiles by using infrared dazzlers to emit pulsed infrared jamming when an ATGM has been detected, disrupting the trajectory of the missile. Our bicycle is now protected against a variety of threats. We will now place our improved bicycle in an everyday situation to demonstrate the benefits of retrofitting your bicycle to accommodate such technologies.
What? Where did... Seems legit. I don't... This is truly a... This one is good. I mean, yeah, I mean, anti-tank rounds are deadly. Alright, and this video is not a longer one, but just like a less upbeat, funny.
The VTuber space is currently one of the fastest growing areas of the internet. It seems like every other week, a newly debuted streamer is blowing past 100,000 followers on Twitch, with loyal audiences and lucrative business deals in tow. One of the most popular talents in the industry is, or was, Kiryu Coco, a live streamer with more than 1 million subscribers on YouTube alone. Her career was proving to be extremely promising until September of 2020, when a bizarre controversy put her budding career in jeopardy. While many e-celebrities will leave companies due to having questionable chat log leaks or sparking a feud with a fellow creator, this was not the case. According to some online sources, she was cut for revealing controversial statements to some viewers and offending some nationalities. What makes her controversy with HoloLive so interesting is that it actually involves 8 decades of geopolitical conflict. It's not every day that government officials are made aware of animated celebrities, especially with assets of this size printed out on 8.5 by 11 white paper. This is the story of why China hates Kiryu Coco. But before we get into that, this video is sponsored by Atlas VPN. If you enjoy fast internet speeds, devices as you and are not signed to any network or talent agency apart from forms signed with Twitch or YouTube in order to receive payouts. They are allowed to do and say whatever they want, collaborate with whoever they want, and post the kind of content they want on whatever basis.
Wait, am I live? Oh, get this shit off me! Ah!
For VTubers, this is rarely the case, as most popular streamers are contractually obligated by the companies that premiere them. Formed in 2017, HoloLive is the biggest of these organizations, beginning its lineup with Tokino Sora. As a recognizable member to this day, Sora is widely credited as being one of the most important figures to the company's history. As impressive as Sora was, HoloLive's creator, Mordecai Tanigo, had much greater ambitions than just one streamer. He aimed for world domination. Countries like Indonesia, China, and even English-speaking nations were next on the list, as HoloLive successfully debuted localized personalities in each of these territories. Faces like Gura, often referred to on anime Twitter as the Shark Girl, are now pop culture icons with posters, costumes, and plenty of bastards trying to sell fake merch off their name being found everywhere online. To further illustrate their success, in November of 2021, Dexerto reported that out of the 10 most super chatted streamers on YouTube, 9 were virtual YouTubers. Of those 9, 8 were signed to HoloLive. In December of 2019, the 4th generation of HoloLive personalities would be released, including Kiryu Coco. As part girl and part dragon, she had a very forward personality that instantly connected with many viewers. Much like the rest of the debuts, she was also a breakout success, passing 100,000, 200,000, and even 300,000 subscribers on YouTube within months. Part of her success was the fact that she was bilingual, being able to speak both English and Japanese fluently. This allowed her to interact with Western audiences and garner a strong following in the English-speaking world. She would even review memes from the HoloLive subreddit.
ペコラと船長ペコラ vs マリン win.
She easily earned thousands of dollars in donations every time she went live, and arguably connected with viewers better than most talents in the space. It's truly hard to discount her success. 14 months after her debut, she smashed past its
Let's see what was the damage. What is it? What?
truly hard to discount her success. 14 months after her debut, she smashed past 1 million subscribers, and the money she was making at the time was, needless to say, pretty damn good. At her peak, she was the most super chatted YouTuber ever. Not just VTuber, not just streamer, but the most super chatted YouTube channel to ever exist.
Wow.
And while her personality was known for being somewhat outspoken from time to time, it was never to the detriment of HoloLive and their business. Ironically, it would be when she was doing something completely casual that outrage was sparked. With HoloLive's business spanning multiple territories, it often had to tiptoe around mentioning the existence of certain countries in branding as not to offend ruling governments.
Oh, like
China, in
Taiwan.
particular, is a country with thousands of years of history and a very strong culture to this day. While the early half of the 20th century saw many organizations competing for power in Asia, one of the biggest would be the CCP, often referred to in the West as the Chinese Communist Party. Founded in 1921, the party would have its hands around China's neck by the late 1940s. In 1949, the country was officially declared a one-party state, and since then, it's been ruled by the same leadership, handpicked by the CCP. With a population of 1.4 billion, the Chinese market is a huge one, which, if accessed, can prove extremely lucrative for business. However, that access is only granted to corporations also in the good graces of the party. As with many one-party nation-states, China takes great offense to criticism of their government and its actions, or even minor technical designations that may not be aligned with their messaging. One particular subject that they take great issue with is Taiwan, or rather, the acknowledgement of Taiwan as its own country. The CCP's greatest opponents post-World War was the Nationalist Party, which fled to the small island nation of Taiwan and has been there ever since.
For people in Taiwan and for most of the world, Taiwan is an independent country, but as far as the Chinese government is concerned, Taiwan is a renegade province which must be reunified with China.
From a geopolitical standpoint, Taiwan is not currently owned by China, but any acknowledgement of Taiwan as separate from China sparks major outrage from the government, who pressures businesses into apologizing and correcting any mention. In 2019, when McDonald's premiered an advertisement in Taiwan, they included a 2-second clip of an ID card showing Taiwan as a country, and were forced to apologize in order to continue doing business. Other
Jesus.
brands include the National Basketball Association, Delta Airlines, Mercedes-Benz, as well as The Gap, who have all apologized,
Can you
mirroring the
imagine you're just like chilling, you're like, let's make an ad for Taiwan, and you accidentally include the fact that what was he saying? Oh yeah, can you imagine you're just like, let's make a commercial in Taiwan. I give up. Fuck, kill myself.
same exact message. Insert brand name here respects the sovereignty and territorial integrity of China. Even beyond brands, some Chinese citizens have been known to become outraged when celebrities speak ill of the country or its past. In 2020, BTS became embroiled in backlash when expressing solidarity with the United States. For any company wishing to do business with the Chinese, their options are to either bow to the totalitarian politics of the region or miss out on millions of dollars in revenue.
Who's the asshole? Which one of you decided to go and start bad-mouthing the Chinese government?
Given the goal of any business is to make as much money as possible, they tend to give in. In late September of 2020, Kiryu Coco and fellow VTuber Akai Hato were live on YouTube, as they would be any other day. To show where their live viewers were from, Coco opened up YouTube Analytics on stream to discuss the origin countries of her fans. Those analytics displayed China and Taiwan as two separate territories with their own statistics. This did not go over well. News outlets across Southeast Asia began reporting on the fact that many viewers and the government itself was outraged at the mere acknowledgement. It became so well known amongst the media that the two streamers were even discussed in a parliament meeting between Chinese and Japanese officials.
Rough translation: at the second JPAC General Assembly held at the second member's office building of the House of Representatives, the incident of Hachama and Coco was cited as an example of the problems Japanese companies face dealing with China in business.
And it wasn't just from the higher-ups either. The people were not quick to turn away. Both VTubers reportedly received a number of death threats following the incident from more zealous supporters of the CCP who were wholly unimpressed by their stream. With article after article being published and the Chinese outraged at the mention of Taiwan, HoloLive risked repercussions if they did not take action. Their parent company, Cover Corp, apologized, saying that they did not mean to offend any nationalities with the comments made on stream. As reparations for the misstep, they even claimed that their CEO would be taking a pay cut following the incident, and they formed a special internal committee just for the purpose of avoiding and managing any similar future incidents. Of course, the actual talent involved could not go unpunished. Directly after the incident happened, the two were permanently banned on a Chinese streaming site without any warning. Coco and Hato were also temporarily suspended from HoloLive, with the company hoping this would quell the backlash. It did not. While in the Western world, it is broadly accepted that China's government is totally unpopular, in actuality, there are some Chinese nationals who are very supportive of the government. Chinese fans of HoloLive were still enraged and demanded a more severe punishment. Most internet happenings of this tier stay within the realm of, well, the internet. Perhaps esports news and tech outlets like Polygon will report on it, but that's it. In this case, HoloLive's familiar faces had been plastered all over mainstream articles in Southeast Asia, as well as on the news in Taiwan. A long Reddit post from r/hobbydrama details the events that followed their livestream slip-up quite well. Select channels in the community, including translation channels like HoloLive Moments, decided to private all of their videos. They demanded that Coco receive a more severe punishment for her actions. While there are many other channels dedicated to localizing these foreign streamers, the event is truly a testament to how passionate CCP sympathizers are. To this day, the entire channel has no videos, and the Twitter account is private. Meanwhile, the campaign against HoloLive continued, with some trashing the Twitter and YouTube live chats of various HoloLive streamers. This forced HoloLivers to either not show chat on the live stream, or switch the chat to members only. After 3 weeks had passed, HoloLive was hopeful that the drama would have died down. They had already made a public apology, and thought giving audiences some time would heal all wounds. So, the suspensions of Akai Hato and Kiryu Coco were lifted. Hato returned with an emotional stream, thanking those who stuck with her, and seemed like she wanted to avoid any and all controversy. Coco, however, was not content with returning on a low note. She went live, and the chat was instantly filled with both Chinese viewers who spammed statements of condemnation, as well as Japanese and Western fans who cheered on her return. In Japan, she was trending at number 1 and number 4 on Twitter. In just 23 minutes, her stream was super chatted in excess of $30,000. She ended her first stream in 3 weeks with an end screen saying, "Don't forget to subscribe if you loved it. If you hated it, fuck you and never come back." It must have felt like a short-term win, considering the fact that her supporters donated copious amounts of money to her. Meanwhile, the fanbase was now somewhat fractured. Those who supported China were outcast from the community, and there was a more negative outlook on the country as a whole. Shortly after the incident, many speculated that HoloLive CN, the localized Chinese branch, had its status up in the air. This was confirmed when they quietly discontinued it altogether, dropping its 2 localized streamers and pulling out of any business under the CCP. Despite this, for Coco it seemed like all was well. She would continue streaming under the HoloLive name and would no longer have to tiptoe around the subject of Taiwanese relations with China. Not that she was touching on geopolitics too much anyway, but at least she could cross the concern off the list.
I, Kiryu Coco, am leaving HoloLive.
8 months after the incident, it was announced that Coco would be graduating from HoloLive. In other words, she was leaving the business altogether. Thank you for your continued support of HoloLive Productions. We hereby announce that on Thursday, July 1st, 2021, HoloLive 4th generation talent Kiryu Coco will be graduating from VTuber group HoloLive. We wish to extend our deepest apologies to all of the fans and collaborators for this sudden announcement, as well as our heartfelt gratitude and thanks to everyone who supported her activities for the last 2 years. We as a company company are saddened by her decision to leave. But after much deliberation between both parties, we have decided to honor her wishes. Users in the replies expressed that her leaving hit harder than they thought it would. Fellow content creators expressed the same sentiment on social media, while others speculated on the reasons for her leaving.
最初ここが猛スピードで僕たちの前を走っていった時その背中に憧れたし尊敬しました本当に
It makes me sad. What can I say? It makes me really, really sad.
Man, it was getting emotional at some points,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Holy shit. But because I honestly think this is an end of an era for Hololive, because I think Hololive owes Coco so fucking much.
Oh, yeah,
Right? Because
absolutely.
she is basically the sole reason why Hololive is as big internationally. She's
100%.
basically the reason why Hololive English exists,
Yeah.
right?
Her graduation stream peaked at nearly 500,000 viewers, with fellow content creator friends expressing an emotional goodbye to someone who had been Hololive's most successful talent over the last year. In the following months, many of her former fans have speculated as to the exact reason for her being cut. Was it really because both her and the agency had come to an agreement? Was she forcibly removed? Or perhaps she personally didn't want to return under restrictions? Prevailing theories suggest that whatever happened internally at Hololive at the time of the controversy changed their outlook on her brand as a whole, possibly souring the relationship. It's been noted by some that she was featured less and less in collabs after the incident. But whether or not there is any truth to her leaving as a result of the aftermath is really unknown. Without proper evidence, it's just a baseless allegation. On a positive note, her talents would not go to waste. Coco returned to the online world under the name Kason, bringing back much of the same personality that was present prior, but with a new look as to not confuse brands. To this day, she has not spoken as to the circumstances of her graduation, likely as a part of contractual obligations. While we often think of content creators as individuals, it's
I think it's interesting. Like, I feel like VTubing in general is a weird career because it's very. I mean, I think it's more like making music than being a traditional streamer or YouTuber, because in music, it's you put out a few good songs and then record labels start to they're like, hey, you wanna come make music for us, we'll promote your shit. That's what Hololive is. That's what VShojo is. It's like, you're a VTuber, you're doing pretty well, you wanna come over here, we'll promote your shit, you get to collab with us, boom, or with our creators, boom, which is exactly what record labels do. I don't know, I just think it's interesting, like how much like music being a VTuber is. Anyways, onto some memes. Give me 1 second. Here we go.
Let us show you how you do it. Get on there, Nick, Nicole, and show her how to do it. Yeah, go ahead and take off.
What kind of angle is this? Oh my!
Come on, Maggie. Come on.
Which one do I pour this shit into? This one or this one? Oh.
That works too, I guess.
Do you want to get neutered?
Broke out my window.
Which one?
Cioccolatone.
What? Huh? Oh.
Bon appetit.
What is that?
1/8.
What does that mean?
Means you're higher than twice the legal limit.
Twice in legal minute?
Who's going 2 minutes an hour? What's he doing? Who's faking himself out?
Mamá huevo. Digo, glu, 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 glu.
I can meet him and shit.
Come on. Come on, boy. Don't be shy.
Come on, man. Come on. It's alright, bro. Showing you. Sean, bro. Yeah, we out here. What?
And hit. Drive. Henderson, what the hell are you?
Some news. Tiffany's no longer my girlfriend.
Thank God, dude. That woman was the craziest person I've ever met in my
Oh,
life.
hold up. We're engaged now. She's my fiance. She's no longer my girlfriend. She's my fiance.
What the hell, Mike?
I am so sorry that she's your fiance. Bye.
Oh my!
Oh yeah.
Tweeted, do dogs have brains? Because I like seriously wanted to know.
Okay, dude, Trisha Paytas used to like in her early days on YouTube, she would literally just say stupid shit. She talked about Hitler in the same way Kanye talks about Hitler now. Like that's literally what she was doing. And I'm not even exaggerating. She for some reason was like super, I don't know. She just said crazy shit, which worked out. I mean, now she has a career, but it was still pretty fucking weird.
Of course, dogs are mammals, right? Yeah, dogs are mammals. They're humans. Dogs can't talk. So do they have brains? Yes, they walk, but it's because we're telling them to walk.
¿Listo? ¿Concentrado, eh?
Finally fixed the chair.
You know it.
Whoa!
Today I'll be playing Jingle Bells.
It's just fine.
Where'd you get that? Where'd you get that?
What is that?
Champions League trophy. I won it.
For what?
Duh, for playing soccer.
What's the red dot on it for, though?
Indian. Oh, this is how the Indian people get the mark on their forehead. You just go, ding, and then now they're ready.
China has launched the third and final module for its permanent space station. Now all they have to do is launch some children to assemble it.
Ay, qué bonito bebé. Tingidi dingy, tingidi dingy, tingidi dingy, tingidi dingy.
That would be my bag. That would be.
I've come.
All eat rainbows and poop butterflies.
That's beautiful, Katie.
Bro, sell me the chips. You're not Napoleon.
I mean, like, yeah, I mean, we can get Bulbasaur. Yeah, we'll get him. Yeah.
Hey, trooper right there, you better hide your drugs.
We have drugs! We have drugs!
Shut up! Hey!
We have drugs!
Hey! Shh, shh. We don't have drugs, officer. No need to worry. All right, don't say we have drugs. No!
Bring your ass here. Motherfucker ugly. I'm trying to record that motherfucker.
Jesus. What about angry? You're recording. Hold on. You're recording. See, you're recording on your phone. Just look up the answer.
You is easy 'cause you're beautiful. Doo 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 doo.
Oh my god, you know what? This is really scary. Oogly boogly bitch.
Let's go, boys. Just put the new 4090 in. Let's see if it boots. Come on. It's kind of loud.
I've been doing.
Hey man, you know you remind me of somebody.
Who?
You remind me of.
Oh my god!
Bro, he's trying to take her out. What the fuck?
Michelle, where do you live? Aurora. Zeus. Where does Michelle live?
Am I walking you or you walking me?
He'll get it.
Oh, I'm walking you.
Where's my other leg? Trick is the oldest. Oh my god!
Shakira, that's tú. Wow. There is no Easter Bunny, there is no Tooth Fairy, and there is no Queen of England.
Oh, you want to see a magic trick, Christopher? Okay, just
Wait, so what is it?
He's got it.
I'm gonna bust you up, plum fum, and then I'm gonna wear your clothes. That was weird.
It's true. Okay.
Oh my god. There you go.
What the fuck?
That nigga crazy, cuz. Friday Living was a person. That nigga snapped.
How to get it? Wow.
Can I get you some coffee or tea real quick? Sure. Yeah, I'll take a tea. Okay, sure. The pilot on this plane has a secret family in Wisconsin, and his wife is on the plane, and she has no idea. Oh my god.
My brother in Christ, we are free. We don't have to do that anymore. We're free.
Click right here for the next meme video.
No. Boom, boom, boom. God, I don't fucking know. Ooh.
This is a robot hand that I can control with my real hand. This project is something I've wanted to replicate ever since seeing it done on Mythbusters as a kid. They made theirs so fast that it caught an arrow. They powered theirs with something like this. It's a rotary air vane. It works similar to a pneumatic cylinder, but instead of pushing a piston linearly, it turns the shaft 90 degrees. They used it to close all 5 fingers at once, and that's where mine differs. I can control each finger individually. Each finger has its own pneumatic cylinder, valve, and switch. The fingers work by running a cable along one side, similar to a tendon in your hand. I had never made an animatronic before, so it was a super fun challenge. To start, I welded a tower to support the hand using some laser cut steel. And I used some motorcycle chain for the fingers. I kept things simple by keeping all the fingers the same length. I added these bars to guide the string and also limit each link from bending backwards. This is so cool. Studying screenshots from the Mythbusters episode saved me a ton of time in prototyping by telling me where to route the cables and put the little bars. To return the hand to an open position, I tried using rubber bands like they did on Mythbusters. I ordered several different types of elastic, but the bands kept catching on themselves and not letting all of the digits curl. So I switched to springs. And just like the elastic, I bought many types of cords and cables to try for the tendons. I used a nylon cord for a bit, but the hand turned out to be pretty weak. And I think the reason is this cord is stretching. See, when I pull up on the finger, the cylinder doesn't move, but the cord stretches. I tried using steel cable, but it was too big to route inside the finger under the bars. If I had more time, I would have used 2 or 3 strands of a smaller steel cable per finger. Ultimately, I used Spectra cord, which is a high tensile strength fiber. Wow, that is way stronger. That one hurt. Dude, what? It broke a bar. At 100 PSI, each cylinder is pulling down with 170 pounds of force. And it was much better, but it still stretched a little. On Mythbusters, Dane said use a high tensile strength.
What the fuck? What? Okay. Oh, okay.
Synthetic webbing, but he wasn't specific with what he used, so I couldn't find it. To pull on the cables, I installed pneumatic cylinders, and normally on my projects, I use double-acting pneumatic cylinders, which means air is pumped into both ends of the cylinder, and a valve controls it in both directions. This time I used a single-acting cylinder, which pulled the finger down, and then a spring returned it up. And thank goodness I only tack welded this cylinder bracket, because I realized I needed another ½ inch of stroke on all the cylinders to curl the fingers all the way. I cut the tack welds and lowered the bracket so the larger cylinders I ordered would fit, but I designed the height of the column around the shorter cylinders, which meant that the bigger ones were bottoming out against the base and the gussets. So I had to splice in a section to the column. Before I hook up air to the hand, I want to talk about the CNC cut parts for this project, which were made possible by this video's sponsor, SendCut Send. SendCut Send has been super awesome to work with. I've used them for many of my past projects. They offer laser and CNC cutting for metals, woods, composites, plastics, and
Alright.
Yep, that's finger number 5. I'm pumping the cylinder and then feeling the air blow on my cheek, so I know this one is cylinder number 5. Let me walk you through how this system works. Air comes from the compressor to this manifold, which splits it 5 ways to the 5 solenoid valves, one for each finger, of course. The control glove has rubber bands that pull on micro switches, again one for each finger, and that signal goes through these terminal blocks to deliver 12 volts to each valve. Then those valves run air to the pneumatic cylinders. To make the controller, I printed these switch holders and VHB taped them onto the glove. I also added these laser cut cord grip brackets to clean everything up. And then it was time to finally power it up. This is my very first time hooking up air to the hand and controlling it with the solenoids. I'm gonna plug in the battery and then it should be live.
Wow.
No way! Oh, it's breaking itself to bits. Oh, you've got to see the backside of this thing.
Wow.
Amazing!
Dude, that's
so
so
broke off
cool.
another bar on one of the fingers, and all of the cords have stretched out a little bit, so there's some slack. I'm gonna adjust these clevis rod ends, tension them up a little bit, and then we'll go again. I got a grip gauge. Let's compare. Okay, 108 pounds. Let's see what this does. I can only fit 3 fingers in here. This thing wears a 2XL glove. Oh, it's not reading very well. I don't think I can't grab it with this hand because I'll crush my other hand. Try this. Here we go. 22 pounds, that's not right. I can do better than that. Okay, I'm obviously gonna break this thing. This isn't working. Okay, so it's not very good at gripping stuff. Oh, yes! Yes, it is.
Okay.
No, it's not. Toothpaste in 3,
Alright,
2.
I'm actually gonna end stream. I did have some more videos to watch, but there's something I would like to do that I'm not gonna do on stream because it'd be very, very boring. And yeah, I'll just end it here. I'll probably be back tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to scroll down, see if you're subscribed. If you are, thank you so much. If you aren't, I would hope that you may consider it. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.